Vision Girl. First Communion, 1954. 7 years old and mental already. Please, Lord, if it is thy will, let me become a saint. I was only 3 or so when I had scary visits from classic bug-eyed aliens who stared at me in my bed. I was kept away from other kids until I started school. Didn't even go to kindergarten. My companions included a tribe of teeny weenies that appeared in the Sunday comic papers. Oh, la la la, dee dee dee. Later, a family of angels used to roost in the wooden rafters of our church during services. At school, there was a wall with a big chunk of paint gouged out. Every day we were lined up near it, and in the lumpy plaster I would see a vision of the Madonna.
Face front, Miss Kennedy.
Ma'am, why do I keep seeing Our Lady in the hole in the wall?
Well, you're a good little girl. Maybe God wants you to see these things.
Usually mellow sort of response for her. A few years later, the stern statue of the Sacred Heart told me I'd live to see the second coming. At about 13, I heard shuffling and awoke to see a line of bearded gnomes walking like Egyptians around my bed. I wasn't really frightened, but I couldn't move. They were completely mustard yellow, clothes, flesh, and all. They vanished into the walls. I've never been able to handle strong psychedelics, because I get such intensely horrific trips. Once in a cafe, though, all the bottles, etc., danced and sang. One time I had flu, and heavily dosed with NyQuil, I hallucinated a giant frog thing in my wardrobe.
Gork!
Squeal! I was working overtime at the old Bermans and Nathans in Camden Town. A hideous old deformed woman in Victorian gear appeared and glared at me with loathing. That place was full of ghosts. Not long ago, I was sitting in the bath, quite sober, etc., when a huge grinning head that rather resembled Jerry Lewis put the fear of God up me. Why? Funny thing that. I seem to have a major thing about floating heads. They used to attack me on bad acid trips.
The Lord hath given him blood to drink.
Lurking in my subconscious since the classic illustrated comic of House of Seven Gables. And then there was Medusa. But that's another story. The inner child's just not up for that today. Wah! Just recently I've seen several UFOs, always around 4 a.m. They're probably explainable, but they sure look weird. I often wonder why I see this stuff, when it seems to serve no purpose. Just part of life's rich tapestry, I guess.